Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to you. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Glad to be here.
Where you been?
Just been hanging out.
Right on.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Your favorite day. It's your lucky number.
It's a great day. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back to Friday the 13th. Early in the morning. I know we've got a big day. I have a lot of meetings this afternoon. You've got the Coastal Commission. And so what we're not going to talk about is whether a hot dog is a sandwich, because it clearly is not. So we'll move on from that. We're in the throes of special event season, kind of between council meetings right now. So even though we still have the Forest Management Plan Survey launched, a lot of things going on in the city. Please check out our website for information. We have, in concert with our partners, Visit Carmel, the Monterey County Vintners and Growers, and Carmel Art Walk, all kind of part of the city family in one form or another. Meet the Makers is tomorrow, the 14th, between 4 and 7 p.m. It's a great event. It's meeting winemakers and meeting the artists who make art in the village, working galleries, which is something we certainly encourage. So we're expecting up to about 350 people.
Wow.
So
That's
we've
great.
sold a couple hundred tickets so far. Meeting in Devendorf Park at 4. You pick up your glass and your map, which is a beautiful map that Nicole Dore did for us with Amy Herzog. Features 17 galleries this year. Last year we had 12. So it's an increase. It's increasing popularity of the event. So I hope to see you out there. It's going to be a great event. Also tomorrow, Brandon, for your information, PAC Rep is celebrating its 2023 Bohemian of the Year, Ken White.
Hey.
I think we congratulations again, Mayor White, for your award. The mayor did a snappy little proclamation. The mayor's in Long Beach, so he won't be there. But I think Mayor Pro Tem Richards or myself or someone will read the proclamation given the opportunity tomorrow.
Great.
That's at 2 o'clock at the Outdoor Forest Theater. And then, of course, we are gearing up. We have the Pumpkin Roll 2 weeks from tomorrow on the 28th, and then our Halloween Parade, dogs and kids and
us.
planners and
We'll be
everybody.
city administrators.
Yeah. So a lot of good things happening. So
Yeah, it's a fun time of year.
yeah, that's what I got business-wise, buddy. What do you have?
What do I got? I got, you mentioned it, so we have our Coastal Commission hearing today. It's actually taking place down Imperial Beach, way down south, but we're going to be participating via Zoom. This is the timeshare ordinance that we adopted. You know, we've prohibited timeshares for a long time, actually since 1988, interestingly.
88, yep.
And we just recently adopted some language to clarify the definition and also prohibit marketing and advertising of them.
Right.
And so we're finally to the Coastal Commission hearing. Of note, yesterday, Newport Beach had a very similar item, almost identical. There was some challenge by Picasso, which is a company that does timeshares. The Coastal Commission was very supportive of the city's position that it was consistent with their land use plan and local coastal program, and swiftly and soundly adopted the amendment. So I'm pretty confident about our situation today, but myself and the city attorney will be making comments to the Coastal Commission here in a little bit. It's actually, the meeting's going on right now as we're talking, but our item is later in the day. So
Which item number are we incidentally?
13.
13, ironically
Lucky
enough.
13, yeah. So that's today. I'll be excited to report out on that after that happens. Also coming up in a regulatory perspective, we're going to have an ADU workshop on our draft ADU ordinance November 15th with the Planning Commission.
Right.
It'll be in the evening, 4:30. We haven't launched the exact time, but November 15th, mark your calendars if you want to come and participate in a workshop on our first draft of an ADU ordinance. We, of course, will send that out ahead of time.
Yep.
A couple weeks' time for people to sit with it. No decisions being made. This is early workshop, policy workshop. So we're excited to hear from folks on that.
Yeah, in that same vein, the governor he has a lot of bills that are pending. I think he has to sign them by tomorrow, the 14th. One of which he did sign is the Anthony Weiner, he's a San Francisco senator. I think it was AB 423, which has impacts on housing, affordable housing. So we're tracking all those bills as they move through the legislature, certainly, and onto the governor's desk. But he's also vetoing a lot as well.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
we'll have a recap here in the next week.
Yep. Also of note, in the next week or so, October 18th at 5:30 p.m., Hofstas House is having another community meeting to talk about their concept plan for the remodel of the hotel down there.
Yep.
This isn't a city-sanctioned event. This isn't our meeting, but just we want to get the word out because the Hofstas House would like to have as many community members there as possible to hear about their plan, get your feedback. So it's October 18th, 5:30 p.m. in their poolside banquet room. So it's at the hotel property. I think I'm going to be there just to hear what's going on and hopefully hear from the community. I know you're going to try to attend as well.
Yep.
So go check that out. And then the last thing to share with you is just a little bit of information that I think is interesting. Last week, we surpassed 309 tree removal permit applications for the year. So between January and now, 309. Last year, for the entire year, the full 12 months, we only had 186 applications. So we've seen a lot of applications. For some context, at the same time last week, we had only processed 300 planning applications, like general planning applications, meaning anything from a fence to a new house, only 300. So we've seen a lot of tree applications this year. It's also important to note, just because one's applied for doesn't mean it gets approved. Every application is analyzed. We are denying those as well because not every tree needs to be cut down, obviously.
100%.
Only the dead, dying, dangerous ones.
And that's why, that's one reason we're doing the forest management plan, right? We had horrific winter storms. Before that, our urbanized forest was stressed because of years of drought. So we did have some trees come down, but again, the revised urban forest management plan will chart a course for the future of the urbanized forest.
Right. So I thought that was an interesting statistic.
It's
definitely
incredible.
Front of mind for a lot of people right now. Yeah. And that's what I got.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you have a good weekend. Will I see you this weekend?
Maybe.
Right on.
Who knows?
Take good care.
Take good care.